this Thursday night of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game. Lost to the Celtics. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Paul out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Anthony. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's LeBron in the three, the small forward.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in this game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Middleton the pass to Paul. And they get it back. And that one's good, Anthony.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Rose kicks to Davis. Fires from the line. Count that one. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his fourth season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level. Really just struggling here. In the first few minutes, 5 attempts with only 1 falling. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you could see right there why he does.
And here's Anthony from the arc.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Jimmy Butler.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much Greg a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions. It finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
From deep, Rose. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. Paul kicks to Jordan. Dishes it to Carmelo. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rose dishes to Durant. The Bulls keep it alive. A 3-ball. And the shot is good. Durant's got 5.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Clippers moving the ball around. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Well, they're passing to Noah. Outside for Davis. Another one falls for Chicago.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Davis setting the pick for Rose. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh, and all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Here's Rose. Pass to Davis. Kicks it to Butler. To the left wing. Rose dishes to Noah. Shot clock at 6. And uses both hands to jam it in.
It's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Clippers trail by 10. Paul kicks to Anthony. From outside the arc. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Shoots from 12. No good off the front iron. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the 3 off target.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
Durant just inside the line. Misses off the right iron. Jordan the pass to Middleton. And it's Anthony at the elbow. LeBron dishes to Jordan. Feeds to Paul. Offline with his 3. The Bulls leading by 7. Here's Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
It's stolen by Davis. Three-pointer. Jordan with the rebound. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee. Paul with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Butler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. You look at what Anthony Davis has accomplished so far in his career. The historic comparisons. I mean, they're mind-boggling. For a kid 23, Greg, the historic comparisons are very favorable for him.
I mean, he's been compared to a young KG and Duncan quite often. But in his first few seasons, his numbers look the most similar to Hakeem the Dream. And that's about as good a company as you can get.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mozgov, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Anthony Davis. That's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Rose.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start. You know, and the funny thing about Davis having similar numbers to Hakeem, he came very close last season in putting up a quadruple double. Hakeem was one of only 4 people to ever accomplish that.
Now here's Crawford. In the corner, it's Clarkson. 5 to shoot.